Hi, this is Kim White with the My Sexy Business team.
And this is Kristi Bridges with One Moment Wiser.
Sorry, I had a glitch for a second. I've had so much awesome overload. I am so amazed by everybody that's been on the Hope to Hope conference. That's where we're at, is the Hope to Hope conference. Wow.
I'm in heaven. And you know what the coolest thing is? There's 2 more days. Oh my gosh. I might burst to steam, you guys.
We'll try not to catch that on video.
This is, thank you. Just thank you for inviting me to be part of this. The people that have been on here, huge variety of people from all over the place with all different kinds of passions, but all just being vulnerable and talking about life and where they were and where they are. And it's been amazing.
It has been so amazing.
And horses and a goat that tried to eat the phone. Because we got to have other things than people. People aren't the only people.
We've had horses and goats and cats and dogs and critters. We've had critters on the Hope to Hope conference, and I love it.
You can't do that in an amphitheater, in a what do you call it, arena, guys. They kind of prohibit you bringing the animals.
Well, and we're amazed every time. I'm going to just say I am honored by the fact that you all come and listen and you join us and you participate, because every time we do this conference, it gets bigger. The reach goes out farther, and we're already at thousands of people that have been watching, and I'm just blown away. Yes, I'm blown away because you guys are amazing, and this is for you. There's no selling, no recruiting. I mean, I sound like a broken record, and I'm sorry for that, but
not everybody watches every video, so you got to repeat it, right?
But we want to make sure everybody understands that this is absolutely a give conference. It's a conference to help you get connected to some amazing people, to help you get connected for the things that you need. We've talked about loss. We've talked about losing businesses, losing children, losing husbands. We've talked about suicide. We've talked about, my mind is just
breakups. And we've talked about hope and ideas and passions and purpose. People who've solved problems they never understood until something happened to them.
Yes.
And now they're solving problems in creative, lovely, lovely ways.
Yes. So many people are taking those points of pain, and I guess this is where I feel like I am super privileged, and anybody that's listening is getting access to this circle. If you're not taking advantage of contacting the circle, I think you're crazy. I'm just going to be real. Because this circle has been so amazing to come together and be encouraging and, give their words of wisdom and how they've been through some things and what they're doing now. But it also, I haven't had one yet that said, don't call me. Everybody's been so open about, if they can do something. And this is not a sales pitch. We are very careful on this conference. I think business is awesome. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm all about business, and you need to make money in your business. But this is not what we're doing this for. We're doing this to help people, to be good to people, and to give back, because we all do have businesses. And we have the freedom to do this. I love my life. I keep laughing. I kept telling Kristi on the break, and Miss Coni Meyers is here with us too. But I kept telling him on the break, I love my life. And it's because of all of you. You guys make my life awesome. So we are grateful. Tracy kicked us off this morning.
Thank you, Tracy.
Tracy Randall. She is something. She is absolutely something. She came, and I can't even comprehend sometimes the awesomeness that comes through the people, and we're online. We're not even in the same room. I'd be scared. I'd be scared if we were all in the same room that it might explode.
Amen.
But we might try it anyway.
Yeah, we might try it anyway. Because Tracy, she brought it this morning. She was talking about, some stuff that God laid on her heart. She was talking about the things that she's been going through and the things she had gone through, in the past and come through. And she is just amazing. So if you didn't catch that, I would definitely go back and catch, that one. And then we had Mr. Dave Ross. Mr. Dave Ross is a world champion public speaker, and man, he's a giver. That's all I can say is Kristi and I both were impacted by him in a way that we wouldn't be, I'm not going to say we wouldn't be doing this at all, but I'm going to tell you we wouldn't be doing it as well as we are.
We wouldn't be where we are.
Right.
Doing as well without him. And he, I think sometimes sometimes women and men have a difficult time being mentored by each other, mentoring each other. We don't know where the other stands or whatever. I've never had that experience with Dave. He just treats every person like a person.
Yes.
And with every person, as successful and as busy as he is, with every person, he gives you the time.
Yes.
And helps you recognize what you can do.
He's an investor. That word just came to me. He's an investor. He invested into our futures by believing in us.
Yeah.
He believed in us before we really believed what we were.
Before we even knew what we were. Yeah.
Yeah. He has made such a difference. Wow. And then we had Cece and her entourage of horses and goats, and I'm sure the barn kitty was there. She came on and was talking about the Medal of Honor that her horse, who just passed away on my birthday, I felt like there was such a connection with Cece when we went to her farm and spent time with her. But it's like everything is so connected. Everything is so connected. And I asked her to be on this conference specifically because she's going through the loss of her horse. And just right after he passed away, they didn't know it, but he was given the Medal of Honor for being a horse, therapy horse.
Therapy horse for veterans.
And he's impacted like 700 veterans already. Like that was his, which is just crazy number when you think about. That's a lot of lives and a lot of families, because when you impact a veteran, it's really not just about that veteran. It's about their whole family.
Right.
I can't imagine, we were talking about that. Well, I can't imagine coming from such a place and then trying to come over into what we call normal, and transitioning, and just the therapy that she does with them and the horses is just, it's phenomenal.
And she brought up a really important point. We think we're so smart. We think we have all the answers. If you just listen to me, I'm going to tell you the 5 bullet points that you need to follow to be okay, right? And it's not true. And she said when the horse that just passed away, when she met him, he taught her really quickly that she needed to let him do the things that he needed to do, because he was smart enough to know how to run the obstacle course. He was smart enough to know what to do, and he didn't need her trying to restrain him or control him. And that same instinct that he had in the obstacle courses operated when he was giving therapy to veterans. He understood things and was able to work things out in them that a person hadn't gotten the chance to do or hadn't been able to do. So, it's not always about me being in control. It's not always about you being in control. Sometimes we have to recognize.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, it was really good.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Love Cece. And then we had, I'm still
Diana.
I'm still blown away by Diana. That's why it's
You
not
should
the
have seen
name.
this girl get all excited.
My husband teases me that I shift gears. And I guess I shifted gears because they were laughing at me, but I can't help it. She got me fired up. She's so amazing. And we were talking about something that I'm passionate about, which is business, and the fact that we can't do all of this alone. We shouldn't even think we could do all of this alone. If someone is trying to do it alone, they're going to take the long route. If you are going to do business, you need to learn how to partner with and collaborate with and, become encircled with people who have the strengths that you don't, and be okay with not being good at everything. Don't do the prideful thing, which is I can do it myself, when we cannot. And someone who says that hogwash, I question if they're like the real deal, because it takes more than, one person to pull off something big. Now, if you want to just do something tiny, maybe. You won't do it well, but maybe.
You want to work yourself to death and feel like a frustrated mess every day.
But you can't scale something. You cannot scale a business without those kind of, relationships. And I just think Diana was amazing. I cannot wait until I can introduce her to some of our peeps that need her, need what she does. And then we had
Dr. Robin.
Oh my goodness, Dr. Robin Donaldson. She not only is brilliant, but she is a hoot. She was so fun.
You guys didn't get to see that part. We got pretty serious.
We are definitely going to have to, hang out soon, because Dr. Robin Donaldson is one of Miss Coni Meyers' friends. And I just met her today, and I'm telling you, I cannot wait to hear more of what she's got to say. She's actually the co-founder, the owner of Solace Club, which is a brilliant idea. And it came from losing her husband. They actually have grief boxes where you can send something to someone at the right time and help them through the process, and just such a support system.
Instead of a bunch of, I love the way she described this, instead of a bunch of dying flowers, that are already cut and are just going to wilt and their petals are going to fall off when someone's mourning the death of someone, instead of filling their house with those right at the time of death and then nothing for the next year as they struggle through grief, the Solace Club sends grief boxes periodically to deal with the different kinds of emotions that a person goes through, to just remind you, hey, you know what, it's okay to be grieving, and here's a little something for you so that you can take care of your health and take care of yourself in the process. And what a beautiful idea.
She's a clinical psychologist, so she understands that side, but she also is a widow now, and she understands the experiential. And so you put those two together, she was really impressive. Just amazing. And then we had, who was next?
Marcus Howard.
Was Pastor Marcus the last one?
I think he was.
Wait, no, I think we had one more.
It's been such a whirlwind of awesomeness.
Such a long day of awesome sauce.
Yeah, it was. It was Marcus.
Yeah. Was it?
Yep.
Okay, I'm thinking we had one more.
What was this one here? Tracy, Dave, Diana, Marcus. Oh, and that was Cece. Yep, that was everybody. Okay. But you know what? We have more tomorrow, so don't worry.
Yeah. Well, and we didn't even touch on Pastor Marcus.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
He got fired up, and I get so tickled at him because him and Kristi, I'm pretty sure they can spontaneously combust. They got to going, and they got me tickled. But man, it was good. It was very good. He's been through so much. In his family, he has had a lot of death over the last 2 years, and terrible circumstances, just terrible. And the fact that he comes on and he gives other people hope, that's just Pastor Marcus. I mean, him and his beautiful wife, Pastor Angela, the Howards. Yeah, she will be on Saturday.
Can't wait.
They do a great job of supporting other people and being good to people. But man, what a day.
Yes.
What a day. And Coni Meyers is still here with us. She is working behind the scenes, and we're thankful for all that she's done today.
Yes.
This conference means a great deal to me. in case you haven't tuned into anything else. It means a lot to me because it's a celebration of my son who passed away almost 17 years ago. And he would have been 30 yesterday. So just some of the things that happened after that and the process that I've been through is actually what caused this conference to be in existence at all. It was created in celebration of him because I refused to let his death be a lost thing. Like, right. It's to celebrate that he was here, and it's to celebrate that I'm still here. I'm his mama, and I want to remember him, and I want to talk about him and make sure that people know that they can get through something as terrible as that. Yes. So I appreciate everyone that's been with us. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for being here yesterday, and tomorrow is another day. We have a lineup of 6 more speakers, and man, oh man.
Oh, golly.
We can't wait. So thank you for joining us. Love you guys. If you have questions, be sure and post them on the videos. You need them answered, and we will try our best to get everybody answered quickly. And thank you. Thank you for all the likes and loves and comments and shares. Just thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Love you guys.